when the drop, whole game in the chokehold.
In the broccoli, dancing in my chucks, feeling out of body. Say the man got me on. Can you hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? All in my system, been the one I'm kissing. Why might extensions not to look like expeditions on? Man, it's too loud in me in your city, cause when I start spitting too much drive, need some power steering, cruising to a better vision, y'all. Can you hear me now? 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 Mama, dirty the roads that I've traveled, but I'm on my way. Mama, trust all the steps on my journey, 'cause I'll be okay.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Rams. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Gurley again here on first down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up, here we go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Boyle, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Over!
From the gun, Boyle. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Drops it underneath for Collins. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. A first carry now for Alex Collins. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Play action. Boyle. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Boyle escaping the pressure right. They got him in. It's Woods. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball,
Right, now,
get ball.
56.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Detroit!
Looking to throw. Boyle, and this is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal?
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Operating from the gun. Boyle flushed out right. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get through.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the three's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
380. So right. Hey, 54, Ricky. 11B.
From the gun, it's Bortles. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Trip left. 372.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Throwing on first down. Boyle finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Gone!
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
From the gun, Boyle. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Again. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
372. 380. 380. Lucy. 11. 372.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And he fires one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Watch him now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Wood. And this is taken in at the 5. And this will get him all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. A gain of 39 that time.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Rams are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
11. 380. 380. Spread right, 72. Lucy.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on 1st down. Bortles now on 1st down. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Samson Ebukam in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, it's Bortles. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And a loose football. And the Rams have got it back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Gets past one man. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Boyle is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Boyle, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
11. 380.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Bortles. His throw caught right around the 6. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 14-10. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Boyle. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check it backer. Let's go. Motion. Watch him now, Barney.
On 3rd down, Boyle. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. Hurdles over him. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout.
Detroit! Leopard!
On first down, Boyle. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
No. Check. Patriot!
On the handoff, it's Gurley. Open space inside the 10. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Rams are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Hank.
On first down, Bortles. Open man right side is Shark. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be... returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They go play action here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And this is incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
11.
And the blitz does come. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 23. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
To throw on 2nd down. Boyle, flush to his right. And he rifles one incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Boyle. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. It's a big conversion there for the Rams on third down. 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Now a handoff for Gurley. Oh, up and over. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch him now, Barney. Barney. 4 down, 4 down.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Back to throw. Boyle. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
380. 380. Hey, 54, Ricky. Run left. Run left.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
380. 380. 372.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles looking deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
To throw on 3rd down. Boyle. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And now out come the Jags. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
380. 380.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, a 22. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see it.
Now with pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
My, oh, my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
So right, so right. 380. 380. Lucy. 380.
Bortles. And that is incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
380. 380. So right.
To throw is Bortles. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
11. Hey, spread right. Snap. 11. Hey, spread right. Snap.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Green 80. Green 80. Green is set.
Bortles now on 1st down. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Sunday. 11B. 372. Green is set.
Again, they'll throw with Bortles. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's go. Spread left.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will get him one closer. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Gurley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Right back to him on 1st down. Over the top once more.
Where's the finish line?
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Boyle. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Throwing on 3rd and long. Boyle escaping the pressure. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
11B, 11B. Green 80. Green 80. Green is it.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Omaha. Hey, spread left.
Back near his goal line. Here's Bortles. And he is going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Bortles. It's a safety. Now, the 2 points, that's not totally critical at this point. Still a one-score game, but they do have to give away the football with no guarantees they're going to get it back.
Yeah, or at least if they get it back, will they have any time to do anything with it? So they've got to send their defense out there and say, guys, we got to have it right now. Save some time for us.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Boyle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Fournette, a first down carry. Space to run past the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Got 76, 76.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Lucy. Green 80. Green 80. Green is it.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's Gurley, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The Rams on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch it now, Barney. Set. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. Gone.
Now Gurley. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And that run has to be so deflating for the defense. They needed the stop, That might put the icing on the cake.
Perfect word for it, because when an offense grinds a defense down and kind of takes their heart from them, and you see them start to sag, no better feeling for the team running the football.
Green 39.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for L.A., they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.